On June 12, 2016, a shooter entered the Pulse Nightclub in Orlando, taking 49 lives with him and wounding 53 others. Behind me, the Pride Center here at FIU has organized a vigil here at the Graham Center pit, honoring their memory.
In a matter of minutes, he fired over 150 rounds.
It was a solemn day at the Graham Center pit, where a candlelight vigil took place remembering those lives lost at the Pulse nightclub 6 years ago.
Drew and Juan, as they always were standing in the center of the dance floor underneath the disco ball. When 19 of them.
During the event, students took part in a moment of silence.
Thank you.
Videos were played of the survivor of that day, and a message from parents who lost a loved one. Speeches were also given by FIU community leaders who reflected on the losses, like the Pride Center's Associate Director, Dr. Erica Friedman, who hosted the vigil.
Ourselves. Hate manifests itself.
And two students, Emil Leon and Luis Moros, both recipients of the One Pulse Foundation Scholarship. We interviewed them shortly after, and this is what they had to say.
So for me, the reason why I came here is really to collectively heal with people. As you can see, there's lots of people who came who share my identities and who shared identities with the Pulse victims. I am a Latina, queer, trans individual, which are identities that the victims of the Pulse shooting shared. And I'm here to basically heal collectively with other people who share my identities, and also to represent my angel as well as all the angels who ceased to be that night, with love and compassion, and to embody their spirit and continue their legacy.
I'm here just like Amelia said, to heal as well with the community. I think it's part of the process if you want to make some changes to heal and to really recognize what we have done and how we can move forward. Talking about moving forward, I was visiting the One Pulse Memorial a few weeks ago, and I had the pleasure to talk with Barbara Poma, which was the owner of the Pulse nightclub and now the founder of the One Pulse Foundation. And we were thinking about different ideas to make something happen between the Miami Pride community and Orlando, which we're so close but so apart when it comes to distance. So after different meetings and after different ways to find a perfect event to celebrate or to commemorate or to really honor the life of the people that were lost in that event, we decided to come up with this vigil and really honor the families and the victims as well.
And when Amelia, who is a survivor of sexual violence, was asked how safe they felt in public spaces.
So unfortunately, I don't necessarily feel safe because of the identities and the ways that people have treated people like me and also me in the past. I know what it's like to have someone who hates you and hates your identity constantly attack you, basically. And unfortunately, a lot of people out there still carry hate in their hearts, and it's really scary sometimes to go anywhere, really. I remember in campus, I was a leader of an LGBT organization, and we would meet in the same room in the Green Library every single week. And one of these weeks when we showed up, there was a LGBT slur there. Yeah. And that was scary because they knew that we were there organizing for LGBT causes, and it was a way to intimidate us. So I don't necessarily feel safe, but I live anyway because I believe that I need to live my life regardless of how people perceive me and how people view me, because that's what's going to bring me happiness. And that's why, regardless of whether I feel safe or not, I still go out.
Luis and Amelia later gave their thoughts about what was being done to prevent another mass shooting like this, and collectively agreed enough isn't being done. But they left a message of action for society that wants change now.
So in order to heal as a society, we really have to heal what's within ourselves first before we can really take action against hate in other people. So you can't change what other people think. You can't force them to do anything they don't want to do. But what you can do is look within yourself and heal whatever it is that you find to be, contributing to violence or contributing to the hate that we see, and mending that part of our selves that needs that healing. And to that, I also say that love and hate are both a choice. You can either choose to hate or you can choose to love. And if you're choosing to hate, really ask yourself, why am I consistently choosing to hate?
I think we need to keep spreading kindness throughout the world. I have said for over 7 years, be kind to one another every single time, because I think that's the main problem that we have in our society, is that we're not being kind to one another. And I think once we start doing that as a society, we're gonna progress, we're gonna grow, we're gonna keep doing better. And also don't letting hate to win over our love and our compassion, our identity, our background, who we really are.
The last thing I have to say to everyone here is choose love. Choose love.
This vigil comes after the recent mass shootings in our country, including the May 14th Buffalo, New York supermarket shooting that left 10 people dead, and the May 24th Uvalde, Texas shooting at the elementary school, which left 19 children dead and 2 teachers dead as well. With PantherNOW, I'm Julian Davis.